so impossible. I can't take it anymore. Just stop what you're doing. Shh, be quiet. Sit there in the corner and watch TV. I don't want to hear sound from you. Be quiet. Does this sound like you? It can be so taxing during the lockdown to go through all the emotions as a mom, as a parent, as someone that has to do everything by yourself and take care of business. So today I decided to talk about the 5 things that can help you through this lockdown period and the 5 things that every parent should do with their children during this COVID-19 pandemic. If you want to know those 5 things, then please keep on watching. This is the front row with myself, Roanna Moodley, and today we are going through 5 of the basic things that we need to do as parents so that we don't lose our cool with our kids, so that we don't mess up and shout at them all the time, and also so that we can have some mental stability to go through the motions of the stress and being inside the house and having to do everything by yourself all at once with somewhat of a sane mind. The one thing that you want to do with your child is to teach them how to pray. The first thing that they do when they wake up in the morning is to pray with your child. It is so important to say thank you for the blessings that you have and to teach your little ones about how important it is to say grace and how important it is to be grateful for everything that they have. What I like to do is I like to say thank you for my body, thank you for my eyes, my nose, my mouth, my hands, thank you for waking me up today. When a child sees you doing that every day, they learn how to be grateful themselves. Most people pray when they want something, and sometimes it's not really about wanting something as much as being grateful for something. Yes, it is important to ask God so you can receive, but what is more important is the more grateful you are, the more you will receive. So passing on that knowledge to a little one has many benefits. If you're like me, I like to get into a very zen state of mind, and I like to share that with my little one. Sometimes it's really difficult because with a 4-year-old it can be a little bit whoa. But if you teach them how to do it, they look at you and they do as you do, not as you say. So if they watch you every day doing this as a routine, it becomes part of their lifestyle as well. The second thing I like to do with my little one is to learn with them, learn a new skill. Something that I've done, which I don't think I would have ever had the time to had it not been for lockdown, is I learned how to bake different cakes and goodies with my little one, and I did it with him together, so that we bonded together, we learned a new skill together, and it was so much fun. It really is therapeutic, and you do feel as a parent that you're spending enough time with your little one and you're not letting them sit in front of the TV or letting them just marinate on the couch while you're busy doing other things. So just doing a learning experience with them is so fundamental. It may not be cooking, it might be an arts and crafts learning experience, it could be gardening, it could be dance skills. The other day I put on a dance video and I sucked. I thought, growing up being a dancer, you could nail that video, but I sucked. Now I have done it over 5 times and I think I've got this routine down to a core. What's even more exciting is that when I look at Shiv, he also has this routine down. So it's so much fun that the two of us can do together and just jive together because we're connecting, we're spending time together, and hopefully we're burning some calories while at it. Bonus, right? The other thing you do with your child is self-love. Teach your child what it means to love yourself. So one of the biggest things is meditation, sitting down and saying things to yourself to say that you love yourself. The other thing is writing something down. For me, we call it Likit Japa. We write the name of God repetitively so that the divine grace can ease the mind and you concentrate better. The other thing you can do is just basic self-love skills, like telling your child that you love them constantly, opening up to them, telling them a story about your life, telling them some anecdote that is real, that's not fantasized, so that they can see the real you and learn about you. It's crazy how much a child can consume from you, if just by observing and just by listening to the stories. Even if you're talking to your partner about something, they listen and they hear everything. So be very, very careful about how you're talking about self-love and all the positivity that goes around those conversations. The fourth thing I do is to reflect. It's very important to look at your day and say, okay, today I learned to be a good person by giving away something that I like to someone that needs it the most. What I like to do is a toy drive. So every end of the year, we take all the toys that we no longer need anymore, and we give it away to children that do need toys. So it's a form of giving back. It's a form of reflecting on your year. And if you've been good in the whole year, then you deserve something good. But if you've done some mistakes during the year, then you don't necessarily deserve such a big gift. So it's all of those things, teaching your child how to reflect and how to reflect on you as a person, almost giving a breakdown of an analysis of you so that you do the highs and the lows and you can ascertain your life better. It really is a good skill for adult life as well. And last is more so about yourself, which is work. As much as you can, try and put in time to work. What works for me, although it's not cast in stone, as soon as I wake up, I go to my notepad on my phone and I write down the things that I need to do for the day. So, for example, it would be eat healthy, clean the house, do homework, exercise, playtime, cook. And then as the day goes by, I like to tick off as I go on, and it helps me a lot because if I understand what my day is going to look like, then I try harder to make sure that I have the boxes ticked off. But if I wake up with zero plan, zero thought into what I want to do, then it doesn't really pan out exactly how I want it to be. Of course, there's going to be times that you are going to feel overwhelmed. I mean, there were nights that I would just be so depressed. It's okay to wallow a bit. We're only human. We can't do everything at once. And I must say that I take my hat off to all the single moms and dads out there that are doing this all by themselves, because it really does take a hell of a lot out of you to make sure that you can be successful at work, be successful as a parent, zhuzh up the house and clean it and cook and do all the sorts of things that sometimes you don't necessarily do on a daily basis if it wasn't a lockdown period. I think in essence what we want to remember is that no matter how bad the situation is, if we try and put together a little system and try and follow that system as much as possible, it can get better. They say a habit develops after 21 days. So maybe the challenge is for us to do something, the same thing for 21 days, so that it doesn't seem like, oh my God, this is just insane. Whatever it is that's going on in your home, try and have a vision for it. The night before, decide what you want to do the next day and write a to-do list in the morning or the night before, whichever suits you, and try and follow through on that. And the more you follow through on the list of to-dos, the better your day becomes. I find the days that I lounge around and marinate, which in the beginning was quite a lot, I started to feel very nauseous. I started to feel irritable. I was very snappy with my child. Just felt polluted in my mind, in my soul, in my body and everything. But when I started to be in a routine and I got my stuff done that I needed to get done, even if I'm waking up at a different time, because we do that when we're at home, that's fine. As long as you're ticking the to-do boxes and you're getting the stuff done, it gives me a sense of peace that I have done the things that I wanted to get done. Doesn't matter what time, but I've got it done. But when I have nothing planned and I don't know where I'm really heading, that's when it can be a little bit dangerous, because I can get into a rut and then I can become depressed or I can become mentally drained, and it's not healthy for the family. I think also as women, we play such a fundamental role with our kids and our partners that we really do need to be the anchor to our families. We really do need to be less stressed, and we really do need to find a method in the madness to get through all the craziness of what life has to give us. So especially being a working mom, it can be really challenging because you have to wear so many hats. And what I want to say is that you can do it all, but you have to have a system and you have to stick by the system. And there are going to be days that the system's not going to work, but you got to have a quick method. So for me, I like to look at the to-do list, because sometimes if the system's not working, I know I'm going to get things done eventually. And just knowing that you have a goal in mind also sets the precedence for how your day is going to pan out. I'm not even talking about a long-term goal anymore. I'm saying a goal for each day. And of course, each daily goal will ultimately lead to accomplishing the big goals. So as a mom, as a woman, as a power woman, we have to stay strong. We have to keep our mind healthy. We have to keep calm, and we must do what we need to do with effortless royalty, because we are born to multitask and we can do it all, provided that we put a system in place and we follow a to-do list. Because if we don't, then we are going to lose our mind. I don't think I spend the same amount of time in each aspect of life, but I try and put my fingers in everything. And when I'm busy doing something, then I focus my attention on that, and then I move on to the next one. I'm not perfect at it, but it definitely helps me a lot to get things done. I wish you all the best. I know South Africa is moving to level 3, but I still want to tell you that you do need to remain safe. You do need to wear a mask. You do need to stay at home as much as possible, because the virus is not gone yet. The virus is here, and it's here to stay for a long time. So we must take the necessary precautions with our immunities and with our health and how we associate with people going forward. And we must try and stay safe and stop the spread of the coronavirus. Thank you so much for choosing the front row, and thank you so much for spending a few minutes of your Monday evening with me. I post videos every Monday and every Thursday, and on Mondays we talk about all things current affairs and hot topics, and on Thursdays I post everything related to beauty. Please like, comment, and let me know what you'd like to talk about next. Your comments and your likes do help me on my channel, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel as well, so you can get updates on my next post. I guess I'll see you on the next post. Till then, be safe, keep it royal, and be a good, strong parent.